See, because I'm still a hero. That's a
Heroic
12.
skill, yeah.
Yep.
Holy shit, you would
For
be...
15. That would be, I walk out up to a patrol and be like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah. I probably should be keeping track of skills that you already used.
I've done it for persuade, and now I've done it for stealth.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for stealth, I think you have 2 more times.
Yep, well, stealth is at 1, so 1 more time.
Didn't you have it at 2?
Nope, I have security at 2.
Oh, yeah, I must... Yeah, security at 2. My mistake. Okay. Okay, so that's 15 total. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, with that you are able to...
I actually think I used it on security as well.
You're basically doing like almost Metal Gear impression, or something like... You played Call of Duty 4?
Am I hiding under a cardboard box as they walk by?
Not exactly, but maybe
And then
better
moving
like...
3 feet?
Basically, like,
Yeah.
maybe in Call of Duty 4 there was this Pripyat mission when suddenly, like, they were doing stealth by running through the enemy formation, but they found a good, like, moment to run. So maybe partial like that. But yeah, you are good at stealth. After you clear the kill zone, like the open field, like, you manage to find enough cover between grounded VTOLs and stuff like that. And okay, that's 51.
Probably hangars and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I need to check if Dale will be lucky enough. Oh, yeah, son of a bitch. Good guy.
What, you didn't want him to be lucky enough?
Yeah, he is. That 16 on luck works even if you're a level 1 character for expert.
Yep.
Basically, as you approach, you recognize one of the VTOLs as the piece usual taxi. You can even maybe see like some places like the hull has been polished and like repaired. And like you had to like stop and observe because like at this time like 5-man patrol was passing by, like doing around and like maybe inspecting this VTOL. Maybe like they were like discussing. Sure, he's nowhere to be seen. If he is, this motherfucker knows how to hide. Why the command wants him anyways? Other commands. I wonder why they want them anyways. Doesn't matter. We're just doing our orders. Remember, if you find him, don't kill him. Stun shots only. Let's make another round, and then they like separate in like one 3-man group and the second 2-man group. They like go in 2 different directions, and just as they pass and you get slightly closer, from the on the ground, like when there's like close to the like on the landing platform, there's nicely masked, like normally when there are ventilation shafts or something along the lines, or like, you know, entrances down below, they're like more better seen, but this one not really. And the vault like slightly peers up, and then you see like the like pair of eyes, tail eyes booming up. Oh, you're here. Good. Thank fuck. And then he like starts like crawling out, which takes a moment because he was able to hide in here and he will be able to get out, but he's maybe not the most athletic of guys.
You'd probably help him out.
Okay,
Offer him a hand or something.
Yeah, and after that, like you hunker down, like you crouch near the like his right next to the taxi. Okay, they might be might have a few minutes. Do you
I'm,
guys
I'm
have a
going
plan?
to I'm going to look up at the people with the stinger. Or are they done with it yet?
Yeah, they're like, I mean, they're not servicing, they're like making sure everything works, and you see that, yeah, everything's deployed. And the guy is like, yeah, with like launcher. They like deployed like the like stationary, you know, that the guy doesn't have to carry it all the time, but it's
Mhm.
like, you know, placed stationary, but you can launch it still.
See, we'd have to deal with them. I haven't planned about that. Which is rather interesting plan at that.
I mean, look, we might get off planet with my taxi. I mean, will, but no warp drive here, mate.
Yes. Effectively, the plan here is... Do you know how to pilot more than taxis?
He like, yep.
Great. We're gonna steal a starship. First, we're going to need your taxi, though, so we're gonna have to find out some way to get it. But just to move everyone.
Alright. As you're discussing, make me another luck check.
Oh, fun.
Okay. Just as you're like discussing, suddenly, like, you know, because there was not that sunny, even though like there are like high-rise buildings around and you don't have that clear of a sight of horizon, suddenly it becomes much brighter for you.
Flashlight.
Yeah, it becomes much brighter for you. Not flashlight. You at
Oh.
first think, fuck, flashlight. And yet, it becomes much brighter, but it comes from a distance. And there's,
Wait.
for a moment, no sound. But then there's this...
Okay. Everyone in the fucking transport. Because if this thing can survive in space, it can probably survive the radiation from a nuke.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't... I mean, okay, so first reaction, yeah, like, shit. And obviously you use the moment because, like, the soldiers later are like, fucking hell! Like, they are disoriented, and then, like, you jump into the taxi, like, close the doors. You don't start up yet. And then, like, when the brightness starts slowing down and you hear this, like, the wind picks up, but good news is because you see that the buildings are not that destroyed, so when the... fuck, what's the name for that in English? Shockwave? When the shockwave comes, it doesn't... It's just like... It's like small shake, but there's no much distraction, so... It must have been either a small nuke, or it went off quite far away, but it still was, you know, enough that, you know, it was suddenly bright. And then... fuck.
I mean, that shit's bright from orbit, so...
Yeah, and then... fuck, I think I might have... Because his ship can make, like, sub or orbital, like, between space station and ground. There should be maybe some vac suits in the back.
Yep. But as well as there's
Okay,
like
the
crazy
ship
amounts of ambient radiation in space.
yeah, the ship is also like sealed.
Yes.
Okay, so and then like, no, Dale is like, look around, like, okay, so what's the call? Do we risk flying?
Alright, so where is, like, the control tower and the stingers?
The control from the current point.
And then kind of like where we are. Like,
Uh,
you could just kind of like draw like this map with like the freehand or whatever.
Okay, I might as well put you here. Freehand, black. It will be your
Like, it
ship,
doesn't have to be to scale or like
like your
anything
position,
fancy. Yeah.
and then red will be tower and. So like your position. Obviously, there's like many more. So tower and building. Snipers are on the tower, and on this building there are like stingers.
Okay.
And Vitol is positioned. Oh boy, Vitol is positioned in this direction, to the west.
And is it like surrounded by other Beetles?
Yeah, there's like one to the left, to the back, but the tower and building is like gives enough high ground that.
Okay. I asked Dale if he can get us enough height and then go backwards so that the tower's covering us from the stingers, and then we can turn and go that way. And just start using buildings for cover.
Well, is that the best idea? I will. And then he like cracks the bones in his neck and then fingers, and then starts, you know, clicking in all the controls and then preparing to launch. And basically, like when the engines start revving, and they still are partially tuned out by the sound of like it going off. And then yeah, I don't think there's any roll you can make to help him to give him a boost to his check.
I'm good at spacecraft.
Nah, not really.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but he's definitely, yeah, he's good. He's Black Ops pilot, so his skill level is 2, and probably it's based on something that he has +1 in, so let's say +3. Woo!
Nice.
Man, this is the smoothest flying that you have ever seen. He's basically like skidding. He's by the hair's breadth. He's missing anything, but because of that, he's not wasting any second. So the chance for these guys to act was really short, and they don't manage to. Like, you might hear, oh, there's like this sound of clank, clank, like maybe 1 or 2 bullets bumping from the hull, because snipers obviously like see what's going on. But he placed it in such a way that they cannot shoot from the cockpit. So, and then you fly away. See ya later, shitlords.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know. Okay, that's done. I wouldn't give us too many minutes before they inform their bosses or whatever.
Stay low, don't fly up where they were earlier. So just kind of fly along probably more the main streets, and head towards where the girls are.
Alright. Yeah, at this point, I think that it might be like getting, because in the meantime, in the transit, let's say nothing else will happen. He got 15, so he's like almost touching the ground when he can.
Yeah.
Like flying 2-3 meters above the ground if possible. So way below the radar. but still, when you will arrive at Jeb's, I think that, or rather, do you tell him to go directly to Jeb's or to that
Because we're going to pick up the girl, so unless like
on the
that's
border
like
of the city, okay.
yeah.
So you pick them up, yeah, they are at the place, obviously like they all like not at the station, but rather they were huddling at the station, and thankfully the station had some, you know, anti-radiation protocols.
I mean, to be fair, like even nowadays they're just like made out of fucking concrete. So you could be deep in one and be fine, anyways.
Yep. So,
So
like, the majority of the group that was transporting with them is nowhere to be seen. Maybe they went further through the tunnels, but the train wouldn't just go there because of some blockage. Or maybe some abandoned tunnels. And yeah, the girls are here. Thief guy is there too. And I think it's at this point it's around like because acting carefully and whatnot, it's maybe even getting like 3:30 p.m.
Alright. So how much room is there in the Vidal again for people? Excluding the pilot?
Let's
just
say
like the transport?
I'm gonna base it off the shuttle. So let's say, I mean, you have a lot of luggage.
Yes.
So I'm gonna say max, but it will still be fine. Max will be 8 people.
Okay.
With the luggage that you will have, because you're already counting in Jeb's stuff.
If we go get his stuff, so let's see. So
And
that'd be
Zoro will count for 2.
oh, I was going liberal with that and counting him as 3. Yeah.
He will be very cranky, but he will be able to squeeze a little bit.
Yeah. So let's see.
Assuming he will, depending on the plan, he might as well decide and say,
So
I'll
with
be
that,
fine going on my own.
Well, I'd be trying to break up with this, but no. With that, we'd actually have enough room for the team if he really wanted to come along. It's like I just kind of mentioned that, hey team, I'm actually not going to need your help, but if you still want to come along, you can.
Yeah. He like considers for a moment, you know, considering a tactical nuke just went off in the middle of the city, yeah, I guess I will want to get off. This place is no longer good for business.
Alright. Having a smuggler could be useful, so that's why I'm bringing him along.
Yeah. Yeah, out of character, like, if you're interested, like, I don't think I introduced him during the party, but he was one of the prepared NPCs in case. But there were so many people you just like didn't recollect seeing his face.
That's fair.
But yeah, he's like, alright, hope you don't mind, and obviously he's like, I see that everybody else is doing, like, he has like his pistol in hand, he has like Tech 4 stuff, so probably like some laser stuff, just in case.
I mean, I look to the rest of us, and I think all of us, but Kathleen are armed.
Yeah, her knife, but she's like, yeah.
Yeah, that's more like last case situation, pretty much. It's like if you need a weapon, here's a knife. Yeah. Let's hope you don't have to use it, kind of thing.
All right. Then like people look at you, I guess. The next step was.
Then we go find Jeb and Zero.
And Dale is like, we flying there?
Yes, we are. I suggest we continue to stay low. But I'm sure you know what you're doing.
Yeah. Man, that adrenaline really helped me out. And then But I imagine we don't want to be directly at his house. Any
Now,
hints where?
they are in the forest somewhere. I'm sure Zero will know where we are once we get close enough. Effectively, you could probably just camp out at the edge of the forest. Me and Spencer will go in and look for him. We'll stop by his house to pick up anything if it's safe enough, and then head to the spaceport. Probably.
Alright.
This probably isn't the only city, is it?
No.
Alright. We're probably going to head to a spaceport of a different city.
Well, if you want to go completely metal, you can go and try to get something from military base, assuming some of them
Oh god.
might be intact.
You know? How crazy that sounds, but it might be the best idea, because they wouldn't be fucking expecting someone to go steal one of their spaceships while they're in a queue.
Spencer is like, not sure if the risk is worth it, but at least you show you show me that you're kinda good at staying hidden.
I mean, once we go and steal it, we're not going to be hidden anymore, so we're going to need to leave quickly. But
yeah, no, we won't. Besides, yeah, there's the whole other stew of issues with ships.
is there a orbital spaceport?
What?
Is there an orbital spaceport around this planet?
Oh, I don't remember if I think I answered to that, but I don't remember what was it.
Well, I don't remember either, so you can make something up.
Make a luck save. Well, I guess we know where the second nuke goes off.
The orbital spaceport, if there was one.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, when you're like, because I imagine like...
I'd probably there's an orbital spaceport. Could you try to get something from there? We hear like this. I probably don't hear it. We probably just see the flash
Yeah.
up in the sky. It's like, oh, never mind. There goes that idea.
Yeah. We'll have to figure something out, but yeah, because it's not time and place to describe it in character, but out of character, yeah, just so you are aware, because you would be smart enough to figure out that, yeah, later this entire thing with, you know, repairing, maintaining ship, usually in these games, it's like you get a ship from company and you can pay it off monthly. In this case, if you steal free fighter or some civilian ship like free merchant or frigate, no frigate, it's frigate.
Frigate
it's also mostly military.
Would be military, but like especially like for pirates and whatnot, you could probably see civilian frigates.
Yeah.
Well, civilian in the sense of like corporate frigates,
Yeah.
I should say.
So maybe some frigates like free merchants. So getting them scrapped and like, you know, using black market to get new identity and stuff like that would be probably easier and less costly if you wanted to do the same for military ship.
Yes.
Because let me fucking, for example, I mean the frigate cost 4 million credits.
It's like, let's go steal. What's the highest class again?
Oh wait, bulk freighter is the cruiser class ship, but strict civilian one. But it's rarely seen, it's very rare. The biggest class ship it's carrier, at least in vanilla books. 60
Let's go
million
steal a
credits.
carrier. We totally have enough people to man one.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, you need to have a minimum crew of 300. Yeah, besides, I'm pretty sure that the carriers are not
We'd probably
on
try to
planet.
get patrol. Well, actually, yeah. Corporate frigates, maybe. Corporate patrol boats, you'd probably see more of.
But we'll see. I don't know
That's probably what we'll need.
with what kind of check I will figure out what kind of ship you want to get. We'll see.
Yep.
Anyways, when you land, flash forward to when you land at the edge of the forest. They'll
Flash
maybe
forward, did another nuke go off?
they'll well
I said flash forward, did another nuke go off?
no.
I was kidding.
But yeah, in the horizon, because you're not in the city, like in the horizon where the city was.
Cut out.
The other cities you don't see that well because forest hiding from these sides. But in the city from where you came, there are many. Apart from slowly dissipating mushroom cloud, there are many other smoke trails rising up.
I think this was the capital of the planet though, so.
Something like that. I mean, yeah, it doesn't seem like the entire city is destroyed, and yeah, it's mostly tactical suitcase nuke. So yeah, they'll starts reaching for a packed set of camouflage, stuff that you can throw over something to make it hidden, and hidden stuff looks at you. Think we're gonna stay here for long enough for this to be needed?
It's probably needed if we just kind of park and then go, so yes.
Okay, and then he takes it and leaves the Vital and starts doing his job. Ladies, I assume, stay inside.
Yep.
Yeah, as for the time of the day, I think at this point it's getting to 5 p.m.
Yep.
And it's not the sun didn't set, it's not night, but nuke going off, smoke, so the weather gets slightly worse and the air is more cloudy.
I would while we're heading kind of towards Jeb's, I don't really understand how it all works. I don't think, Sci-Tech even, I don't have trained. I'll just kind of be trying to thinking zero, trying to see if he notices me doing that.
And then after a moment, he's I'm here.
It's alright, start heading towards us. I've got a way off planet. It'll be safest for all involved. Even you, yes.
He's I think I will be able to survive, but
Let me...
I believe I owe you.
That you are also a military secret. They will probably, after they're done with this and they discover that you're out and about, they'll probably try to start hunting you down.
They will try, and then, but I understand what do you mean. What do you mean? And then he says, because you feel something skidding through your recent memories, and the image of Vital pops in, and he's
we'll get something bigger as soon as possible.
Yeah, he's he definitely could be not amused, and when you say that, good.
It's cramped for the rest of us too.
When you tell me where you get this ship, the bigger ship, I will be able to get there on my own.
All right, head for the Beetle as well because we're going to figure that out. But
Good. Okay.
yeah, we're going to continue with the next part of the plan once we have everyone for the most information available.
And then he says, "Be aware. Some time ago, I detected metallic presence nearby Jeb's house."
In that case, I'm going to have me and Spencer turn around and head back for the Beetle.
Really?
I'm not going to risk it.
Oh, and my ex.
I guess we could, like, go and, like, to the edge and, like, peek out.
I mean, you have. I think you had it. Night vision goggles. Yeah, you have binoculars.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we'll scope out the location first.
Okay. So first it will be stealth check against their, or rather maybe I will first roll to see. Like I will set you a difficulty. You will know against what you're dealing with. Spoiler: Hunter XP from Half-Life 2, episode 2. I
Never
think
actually played it, so.
They were fun enemies. Okay, so apparently their sensors are not that good. Maybe because of that nude going off, so partially they have to.
They also might be prototypes.
Something like that.
Oh look, I hit 7.
Yeah, I think it's if it's a tie, then it's all for the defender. So yeah, it's you are enough. It's enough for you.
Okay.
Because you are defending yourself from being found out.
Yep.
Yeah, so like crouch or maybe go prone at the edge of the forest. You pull binoculars, and
you really wanted to use it, didn't you?
What?
You really wanted to use it, didn't you?
To be honest, the idea about them I only got 3 minutes ago.
Well, I meant you were like, what? Really? You don't want to go?
Yeah, I think that was about 3 minutes ago. Or rather, maybe I also said that because I thought, Jeb might be unhappy.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you can give
At least
me,
I can tell him that there's some crazy, like, Terminator-like robot.
You can give me a perception, but it won't be opposed. Yeah, 10 is enough. Okay, so normally they would be very well hidden. But you manage to spot some movement, and this is like some sort of machine picking out. And this is basically a three-legged battle robot that's clearly, that you think is designed to, for wilderness areas. Quick, mobile, swift, and obviously it doesn't have any outward weapons, but you see some, some very slight lines going in this armor, so you imagine that if he goes into combat, then his arsenal just pops out, and then so yeah, that's the problem, that you don't know what it actually has, but it looks pretty dangerous.
Yeah, I looked at Spencer and just kind of be like, risk versus reward. Do you know what that thing is?